What is up guys, it's time that I give you my experience with the Galaxy Note 9. I had it about a month now, so let's go check it out. Before we get started, remember if you have one of the Galaxy Note phones, consider subscribing to this channel. We're always making videos on the Galaxy Note phones. One of the biggest improvements that I noticed with the Galaxy Note 9 is the battery performance, and that is expected. With the new 4000 mAh battery, I'm able to get through a whole day of battery life without having to recharge. Not just through a whole day. I'm currently getting between 24 hours to 28 hours depending on how much I use it. When it comes to screen time, I'm getting between 5 to 6 hours just depending on what kind of apps I'm using and how much YouTube I'm watching, but honestly, I'm pretty satisfied. With the Galaxy Note 8 and the S8 Plus, I was barely making it through a whole day, and then eventually I was having to recharge throughout the day. One of the other most talked about features is the S Pen, and I gotta tell you, it is a little bit of an improvement. I guess my favorite part, it is using the S Pen to take pictures, especially if you're trying to take pictures for Instagram or you're just trying to take a selfie. It just makes it a lot easier when you have the S Pen. Having a larger phone, trying to take a picture while you hold the phone, it can get a little bit complicated. Sometimes you get to move the phone around and the picture may come out blurry. So having the S Pen, it is very nice, I gotta tell you that. The rest of the functionality, user experience, honestly, I don't see much of a difference when it comes to the Note 8 to the Note 9. Taking notes, it is supposed to be more precise, but honestly, I don't see much of a difference from the Note 8. It just does the job. Next, let's move into the camera. When it comes to the hardware, we know we didn't get much of an upgrade from the Galaxy S9 Plus, but we did get a little bit of an update from the Galaxy Note 8. With the dual aperture on the rear cameras, you're able to take some better picture quality when it comes to low light scenarios, and it still does an awesome job in daylight. One of the newer features, the scene optimization camera, is gonna do a very good job, especially when it comes to the food. So basically the software is gonna determine what type of picture you're trying to take. So for example, if you're taking a picture of a food, it's gonna optimize the color so the picture will look the best it can. Now the flaw detection is another nice feature to have. When you're taking a picture and someone closes their eyes or they just blink, it will let you know, so make sure you get a good picture quality, and it will do the same thing when the image will come out blurry, and it does a pretty decent job. It does it every time. Now, what about the performance? Well, I gotta tell you, up to this date, zero issues with the performance. The phone never gets hot, doesn't matter how many apps I have open, how much I'm multitasking, what kind of games I'm playing. Usually I have tried out the PUBG, I have tried Fortnite, and it just does an awesome job. I did get the 6 GB of RAM with 128 GB of storage capacity. When it comes to storage, I don't have any issues. I usually don't use more than 50 GB, and I always have that extra room if I need to. And remember, we can always expand it if you want up to 512 GB. I know with some of the older phones like the Galaxy Note 4 and the Galaxy Note 5, when you tend to push those phones to the limit, the phone starts to get a little bit hot. With the Galaxy Note 9, I don't have any of those issues. It does come with a new cooling system that allows the phone to stay cooler when you're actually pushing it to its limits. Now with the overall form factor, we already know the Infinity display. I got used to it. Some people are a little bit afraid because of that edge display. They feel like it may block their way, or their finger's gonna get on the way. And I'm gonna be honest with you, you're not gonna have that issue once you start using it. You're gonna slap a case on it because you have to have a case on this phone, and that's not gonna become an issue. You're gonna have a little bit of grip on the sides. When it comes to the location of the fingerprint sensor, it does make it a little bit more user-friendly. It's easier to get to it, especially if you have smaller hands. The size ratio is a little bit different compared to the Galaxy Note 8. The Note 9 is a little bit wider, so it does make it a little bit easier to get a grip and just overall have a better experience when you're using the phone with both hands. When it comes to using the keyboard, that's something that I'm still getting used to it. I guess because it's a larger phone, it's a little bit harder just to type when the keyboard is on the bottom. You have the weight, you just gotta keep the balance while you use the phone. I ended up using a Gboard, which is another keyboard from Google. It does make it a little bit more user-friendly. I do tend to get a lot of typos as I'm trying to use the original keyboard. Now, when it comes to Bixby, since you can disable the button, if you press the button by accident, it's gonna open Bixby, but you can change the settings where you have to actually press the button twice before Bixby will get activated. So that will be another cool tip to know, something I was not aware of. It is still one speaker in the bottom, but the speaker was optimized by AKG, so it does sound louder and it sounds richer. It sounds better compared to the Galaxy Note 8 speaker. Now, I'm not gonna talk much about the price. We already know this phone was $1,000 and it's probably around $1,000. Price is dropping now depending on where you check, but do I feel it's worth it? Well, I think it is a little bit overpriced, but I do feel like it does deliver on the promises. Up to this day, there has not been one thing that I don't like about the Galaxy Note 9. Honestly, I was pretty happy with the Galaxy Note 8. The biggest improvement that I see is the battery life. Other than that, Note 8 is still doing a great job, but if you wanna have the best of the best, definitely check out the Galaxy Note 9. I would love to hear what you have to say. Anything you want to see on the Galaxy Note 9 or any of the other Galaxy Notes, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Make sure you smash the like button if you enjoyed this content, and I'll see you on the next one.